How's it, everybody? And happy 4th of July to everyone. Aloha no. You're watching the Daily Pidgin coming to you live from Hawaii. My name's Andy Bumatai, and I'll be your host because Johnny Rocks Hollywood was not available. Hey, and we talk about all things Hawaii here, and we do not talk politics. There's enough places on the internet to argue with people about arguing. This isn't one of them. Here we're about, what brings us together as opposed to what separates us. And we show Hawaii news clips, purposely avoiding the if it bleeds, it leads mentality. So what we're going to do now is take a look at the headlines of the clips that we have for you today. Okay? So let's check that out. Being 4th of July, the first clip is about staying safe, instead of enjoying yourself. And then we'll take a look at the efforts to make downtown more appealing. And not just to homeless people, which, they already are. Anyway, mental health problems in the third segment. Put a man behind bars for 6 months for stealing 1 can of Coke. The soda, not the drug. I know. And then we're going to take a look at a clip about how the University of Hawaii has discovered an interstellar object 12 miles long headed our way. No, we're not in danger, except for the threat of somebody maybe making a bad movie about it. And then lastly, get ready, west side of Oahu, the Eva Fair is returning. And if you're not familiar with the Eva Fair, it's kind of like the 50th State Fair if you washed it in hot water. But before we do that and take a look at those news clips, what do you say we go to the big board and see who has joined us today, okay? And first of all, there's Johnny Rocks Hollywood, which is the reason I was joking about him a little earlier. And there's Patrick coming in. How you, Patrick? Aloha no. My high school buddy Steve Danielson showing face. No comment with his first no comment. Love it. Yeah, Koto 808. Whoo, what's this crown? I don't get the crown reference. Well, what does that mean? Whoo, good hair day, Andy. Really? Oh, God. Thank you. Okay. John Jack Stenton? Yeah, what? You're in change. Aloha, Andy, and the gang. Devin, one of our moderationizers. How are you? Saying hi to no comment. See, Honda, another moderationist. Oh, man, we get 2 already. No, wait a minute. Nani Aloha is here also. That's 3. Yeah, K-Mac, how you? Beef stew. What's up? June Kubasic. Aloha, Andy. Firecracker Day. Lots of noise here. Reading Malia's Canoe. I really love it. Oh, thank you so much. Devin saying hi to John Stanton. And look, wait a minute. The thing moving kind of fast. Almost missed Raul A. How you, Barav? And V.Y. Canis Majoris. I'm sorry. Did I butcher that too bad? So sorry, right? I know. Steve Yosh, aloha no, Steve Yosh. Sam Bittner, how are you? I have your drop queued up here. Sam, we'll see that a little later. Maria, Mariana, how you? Aloha, everyone can stick around. Can't stick around, but wanted to say happy 4th. Why, thank you so much. Okay, so there you go. I tell you what. Let's get to the first news item. Now, again, what we do is we play Hawaii news items here, right? And oh man, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Wait a minute. I clickonized the wrong button. You can, anyone who's watched the show for any period of time know that's a reoccurring theme, okay? So our first news clip is about how to stay safe on the 4th of July because, the best kind of fun is fun that has no danger involved. Yeah, right.
Joining us to share more is Captain Jamie Song from the Honolulu Fire Department. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us the major safety tips surrounding fireworks and 4th of July.
Really, our message is just to leave it to the professionals as far as fireworks are concerned.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics, they're dangerous. I mean, they're explosives. So we really recommend that people just go and attend a fireworks show done by professionals.
Yeah, and they do an amazing job too, right?
Yeah, and there's a show pretty much on every side of the island this year.
Love it. Now, we also have firecrackers, and you need permits here on Oahu.
Wow.
You need permits for firecrackers. So can you tell us a little bit about that? And then how to stay safe when we are using firecrackers?
Right, so for firecrackers, you do need a permit at least 10 days out in advance. So that's through our website at fire.honolulu.gov. So it is too late for the 4th of July, but something to keep in mind for New Year's Eve, that you do need a permit. It's $25 per permit.
I didn't know that.
And the consumer firecrackers, or fireworks, like the aerials, the fountains, the sparklers, those are actually illegal on Oahu. But if you are using firecrackers and you have a permit, you can use them between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. And then some safety tips are keeping your keiki away from firecrackers, having a hose or a bucket of water nearby, making sure you're doing it outside, not inside a carport, away from eaves, away from overhanging branches, and then brush that could potentially...
Yeah, and most of this footage is from a neighborhood in Makiki.
light up. We want to stay away from wildland fires this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And no, those are very good tips, especially having like a bucket of water nearby, just in case something might happen, right? This holiday, there's going to be a lot of people hanging out and grilling. Can you tell us about any grilling safety tips as people try to barbecue?
Yeah, so making sure you grill outside, away from eaves and overhanging branches. Same thing, we don't want anything catching fire. At least 10 feet away from your house. If you have a gas grill, you want to check the hose lines and make sure that there's no leaks. So you can use like a soapy water solution and spray it on your hose line. And then if it's bubbling, then you know you have a leak and you want...
That's a great tip. I don't know how many people, would do that and then go, enough, but, that's how people check for, like holes in inner tubes. I never heard it applied to this.
I'd immediately turn it off and get that tank serviced.
Yeah, that's a very good point. You just spray bottle it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really nice. And then if you're going to use like the regular
really nice.
style, if it's not gas, regular style coal, make sure you dispose of it properly as well.
Yeah, and we want that to be cooled off before we dump it anywhere.
Oh.
We were doing a story earlier today about what each state likes to grill, hot dogs or hamburgers. I'm going to ask you the same question. What do you prefer?
I prefer hamburgers, and we were talking about smash burgers. I love smash burgers. It's my new fave.
I know. So hopefully we see a lot of that at the parties going on this holiday weekend. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, that's it. We encourage people to go enjoy the fireworks done by professionals, and please stay safe.
Thank you very much, Captain Song. We appreciate it.
Oh, man. I love that, keep the fireworks away from the kids, and you don't do any. Go to see them. I mean, I would love to see that happen. I'm one of those people that, yeah. And especially like John Stanton was saying, his little Maltese is going berserk. Now, it's only, 3:40 here in Hawaii, so I haven't heard one firecracker. Right, but usually there's the guys up the street, who have stuff that Ukraine go, oh, bah, I can borrow, serious. So anyway, how do you feel about all of this? Let's go to the big board and tell me how you feel about firecrackers. Do you think, they should be outlawed? Are you a fan? Matt Statter, you have the right idea. Drunk adults are the best for lighting firecrackers. There we go. Yeah, how's it, how's it, Uncle? Big Island is silent. Usually lots of booms by now. Oh, there we go. Brett, I thought it said, hi, how's it, Uncle Big? I know. We get plenty in the Pacific Northwest. Are they going off now, Patrick? Huh? Is it very loud and noisy? We had a bucket of water to put out hot sparklers in because those metal sticks could brand you for life. Did you hear her say that sparklers were illegal? That they were outlawed? I didn't know that. Phew. And Shakalaka, who works a lot with computers. In fact, she does our website and all sorts of other things. She says, I like having my fingers. They are going off, huh, Patrick? Yeah, there we go. Light, too light though. Yeah, I know. I don't like the noise. Yeah, well, that's some people. I don't get it. I think the thing that bothers me the most is that it literally is burning money. And the neighborhoods that can least afford it tend to be the ones that burn the most money. I don't know. Sparklers should never be outlawed. It's just plain silly. I thought I heard her say it. I didn't think they were outlawed, but evidently something's going on there, You've grown attached to them, Shakalaka. You're talking about her fingers? Oh, yeah. Because I tell you what, nothing like going to reach for that A, you know what I mean? And the pinky isn't there. Ask any Yakuza and they'll tell you, I feel your pain. Oh, how you doing, Frenny Lee? Lots of fireworks going off here in South Carolina. Oh, man. Do you have pets? How do you deal with your pets? I end up, every New Year's, Kinako, my little chiweenie, and I end up in the bathroom. Serious, all padded up with white noise and all this other stuff. I know. Fireworks are a natural right. Really? Yeah. Only if you pop firecrackers that grow in the wild. Well, everybody, believe me, I am, the small minority of people, who feel like fireworks aren't a fun, good thing to do here in Hawaii. You can buy with EBT or what? I don't know about that. But and Koto 808 says, never liked firecrackers. I knew a fireman in our neighborhood who did illegal fireworks and possibly burned a neighbor's house, killing an elderly woman. He was not caught. What? My God. Well, I think it's time to make a few calls, man. Do you have proof? Losing a pinky would throw my shaka game off big time. How's it? Hey, how you? Oh, yeah. How far you going? I'm going to Seattle. You jump in. No, I was just saying, how's it? Oh, let's see. I was your first sentence, Terry in Scotland, really threw me off. Jaffa just had a few bits of tikka taka masala, and she likes chicken korma too. You would think she was from Bombay. Wow. There you go. My 2 chihuahuas are sleeping through the fireworks. Wow, you lucky, man. I know. The sparklers are so hot after they burn that the little keiki get their fingers burned. Time to teach them how to safely handle them or have an adult supervision. Yeah, but that's the thing. People think of sparklers as, that's what you give the kids, until one of them goes, hey, what? Ah! And then they have a cowboy brand on their face. I see you ride with the Circle A. Let's see. Okay, dinner. Goodbye. Go eat, brother. Ikamanawa. Cow. Okay, I love you. Thanks, Patrick. Aloha no. Aloha shak. There's Derry in Scotland. Okay, so let's see. How come sorry. Hip Hoppa. Hey, Hip Hoppa. I don't think I've seen you here before. Aloha from LA. Starting to rumble out here. Oh, okay. There we go. I when you said rumble, I flashed back to I can't remember the name of the movie. West Side Story. Come on, brain, kick it into gear. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh man. So we played the clip one, and let's see. What do we have for you here? But I figured out something, that I have these notes, and when I turn them off, because I have them over the screen with my teleprompter, when I turn them off, they don't go back to the same place I left them. They go back to the beginning, so I end up searching. By the way, I want to mention something here. Let me go back to the proper camera so that everything that you see on this show until I think it's August, the first Monday in August, is beta testing, okay? We're trying out days, we're trying out times, we're trying out technology to make this show better, but it's all beta, so I appreciate you guys being beta testers on this, okay? So that's what's up. Let's see. Oh, now let's see. Which one was that? Oh, no, see, I'm way behind. Okay. Anyway, this next one here is, wait a minute. I hate to do this to you guys. This is not working. Come on, you, please. I'm live and people are watching this and my brain is going nuts, okay? Anyway, this next clip, I'm going to have to work with a very wounded memory, is about making downtown more appealing. Yeah, I know, because right now, people that go downtown, I mean, they have to suit up, and not that kind of suit before they go out on the street. So people are trying to figure out how to fix it. Let's watch.
Well, with rising concerns in recent years, what's on the horizon to work toward making the Honolulu Business District safer, more appealing? Eric Nacton has more on what's potentially ahead.
Efforts to improve the Honolulu Business District and beyond continue.
It's not only important for the downtown community, but really can be a model for communities across the state.
Bill 51 is set to be introduced at the July 9th Honolulu City Council meeting that'll start the legislative process to create a business improvement district for downtown. Many major stores have already shut down, including Walmart, Ross, Long's, and others in the downtown region.
Wow. The idea of a business improvement district is it allows landowners in the area to organize and basically provide supplementary services for the district that the landowners will define. Things like safety, patrol officers, maintenance personnel, cleaning personnel, so think power washing. And this is all
power
in the
washing
right-of-ways, the areas that everyone benefits from, but individual landowners don't necessarily have a responsibility to take care of on their own.
What led up to this?
Well, this was the result of over a year-long process of the landowners downtown assembling and really recognizing that the status quo wasn't up to par, and that the district was suffering from things like increased homelessness, crime, just the impression.
Nothing worse than the status quo not being up to par.
Of it feeling unclean. And landowners and stakeholders have been working on an initiative to basically uplift the community.
For questions, requests, or concerns leading up to the July 9th meeting, it's recommended you contact Honolulu City Council member Tyler DeSantos Tam. For contact info and additional updates, visit KITV.com. Eric Nacton, Island News.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Nani, I would love to have my list ready, but like I'm telling you, it's over my screen. And when I turn it off, it goes somewhere else. And then when it comes back, it's in another area. I have the list. She sent me a note here that said, have your list ready. Oh, what's this? How come you're putting cakey swim lessons and dogs in danger, seals and everything on the screen, Nani? You know what I should do? I should give you the list and then you can go back. But anyway, let's get that off. And you're telling me we're having a list issue, Nani. So you know, a lot of these things like you see up here and stuff, Nani is queuing those up. She's in Sacramento. I'm in Hawaii. She's doing it remotely through a service that we have. But anyway, so what do you think about downtown? When was the last time you were down there? Do you care? And what would you suggest they can do to make it better? You know? Oh, look, Mad Statter, she says, I just found a fully furnished downtown condo in Honolulu for $169,000 at 60 Baratania Street. You want me to go check it out for you? In between figuring out this software, I would be happy to do that. Oh, that's the catch, Mad Statter. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot this part. Things, right, but the HOA per month is $1,300. So basically a mortgage payment. Yeah, and wait till this thing we kicked in where they want, you know, people to power wash the front of the sidewalk kicks in, right? Power washing, the nasty kind. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that off the screen. I don't even like to see it printed. Jesse and I have to check with Jaffa and 8:30 a.m. next Friday, and then we go back to afternoon. Private conversation. Avert your eyes. Last time I was downtown was 1994. And how did the court case go, June? I know. Yeah, I worked there as a kid. Basically, I was a busboy in one of those, in a little coffee shop in one of those big towers. But yeah, I'll tell you what was good about it. Right? It was. I remember. I'm working as this, and I see these guys coming in with suits and ties, dressed nice. They got a briefcase. They open it up. They wait for a little while, have some soup, drink some coffee, and then close it up and leave and come back 20. I go, what do you guys do? Oh, we're salespeople. Man, I want to be a salesperson, and which I eventually became. Yeah, I need to get back to Hawaii. So long. Well, by the time you get here, K-Mac, downtown will be all pretty for you. Right. Parking. They have been trying to make downtown Sacramento more attractive, but it has never worked because of lack of parking. I never went downtown Honolulu. I went to the beach. Well, yeah, anyone visiting, I don't know that they go, what do you say we go downtown and visit some homeless people? There is a serious homeless problem, and I don't mean to make light of it, but especially like on River Street there, next to the canal, that street, I don't know what they're going to do. Alawai Canal be clean by then too. Yeah, maybe, the Genki ball things are really working, those they're, you know what they're doing? They're now pouring the liquid that they put into the Genki balls straight into the alawai, and it's really working. Yeah. Downtown is a ghost town since COVID. Not here, it isn't. I mean, it's kind of back. I've been, I rode through there a couple times, and it's active, But there are some funky people there that a power washer might be hard pressed to clean up. Okay, I know. Okay, let me try my notes thing again. I'm going to try to talk to you and find out where the heck I was. Okay, so you know what? I tell you, it's time to, I'm using this device on my wrist. I think it's time for a commercial break. You know, we have to service our sponsors because without them, it would be very difficult.
We set our own kind of pace, and we understand just what you need when you live in a special place. Living in Hawaii, the way you love. Living in Hawaii, we make it real at Liberty House.
3, 2, 1, go.
This is Norman Carver Solomon, and we listening to the Pidgin
Daily Pidgin.
Daily with the Daily Song.
With Andy.
With Andy Bumatai. Why night boy? Why night boy? That's right. Do that, Andy.
Hey, say hi to the Hammerjang gang.
And also, before I forget, hello to all the Hammerjangers out there. Hammerjang gang. All right. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Oh, man, those people.
Norman, back from Waianae, Makaha. That's a surf shop in Makaha where I grew up. In fact, that's Lono who went down there and saw Norman. And he goes, bro, would you do a drop? I know, too funny. And wait a minute here. I threw you up on the screen in the middle, but the aspect ratio was all Hamajang. So I used to work downtown on Merchant Street. Those were the good old days. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, Froggy and Walter. Yeah. Oh, that's a memory. I think so. Hey, Brett, how you, man? No can call Daily Pidgin without one Pidgin word of the day. Bring it back, please. I don't, I got, well, I'll think about it, Brett, but I got so much other stuff to do, kind of hard. But why don't you be the contributor? You write it, put it out, then you know what I mean, and send it to me, and then you'll be our Pidgin word guy. But you gotta format it and for this screen and the whole thing, and then what you do is you send it to info@bumatai.com. Okay. Because, just going, do it. There's so much more to it. I wish everybody knew. I mean, look at me. I'm just trying to get through this regular thing, and I'm choking here. Okay. Anyway, home insurance went up for Liberty House. Yeah, they're not even around anymore, of course, but I thought people would appreciate seeing Liberty House. I know. Oh, I stopped using my Liberty House credit card and shopping there when they forgot about the locals and catered to the Japanese tourists. That's what killed them. A lot of people say that, Christopher. They kind of went, and the first time the Japanese economy declined, then they went, let's go back to the locals, and it was too late. I know. Rough one. I miss Liberty House. I used to go to the Pearl Ridge one. Liberty House catalogs are an integral part of my childhood memories. Exactly. They were the Prada of their day. Do you remember? You had real nice stuff. How you had that? Liberty House. Sorry, what? Get money, Hey, how's it, Corey? Aloha, no. I loved Liberty House, yes. Many people did. Many people did. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Right. LH shot themselves in the foot. Well, I've said it before, and there were many people that just blew huge opportunities. The one I always miss is the one I always mention is Sears. They had the Sears catalog. They had the whole thing. They sent stuff to people. Imagine that, seeing something, ordering it, and having it delivered to you. Sound familiar? All they were short was a website, and a million people said that to them. Okay, let's take a musical break here and give me some time to figure out what I'm doing. This is a little tune by Vance Mo or Vance Morimoto. And sometimes all you need, and maybe I need it right now, is a little island music.
How's it? How you doing? Have you got some time to spare? Let me tell you about this feeling. You can get it everywhere. Once you know it's secret, you want it every day. So come on over, listen up and hear what I gotta say. When you come home from a hard day of work, say what do you do? Sit on the couch, turn on the TV, open a can of brew. It doesn't have to be that way, so get up off your rear. Feel the music, feel the beat, and let it take you there. Island music makes everything okay. Island music, where you want it every day. Island music, join in everyone. Island music, let's go have some fun. Island music makes everything okay. Island music, you want it every day. Island music, join in everyone. Island music, let's go have some fun. Well, now you know what it's all about. You can have it every day. Share it with everyone you meet and help them learn the way. Show them how to feel the music and how to feel the beat. We can make this world a better place and live in harmony. The island music makes everything okay. Island music, you want it every day. Island music, join in everyone. Island music, let's go have some fun. Island music, let's go have some fun.
There you go, Vance Mo. Mahalo, brother Vance. He was a big part of this show when we first started. Okay, by the way, for those of you who may be just joining us, mahalo nui loa. You're watching the Daily Pidgin. My name is Andy Bumatai. I'm your host, and we're coming to you live from Hawaii. And I just like to remind people that, I'm also a stand-up comic, right? And in fact, here, I have a fancy graphic here. Look at this. Yeah. And Augie Tolba and I will be doing a show in Las Vegas on August 15th and 16th at the Beach House. Okay, soon we'll have ticket information on andybumatai.com, but augietlive.com may be ready. I'm not exactly sure. This just happened last night, so we're on it. And for the people who were thinking about coming to my show in Pasadena, California on July 12th, Ekalamai, we are sold out. So sorry about that, but it's kind of a good thing at the same time. Okay? There we go. So now this next clip is kind of sad because it's about, it's about someone who's doing better inside prison than they are outside prison. If I click the right button, okay? So cross your fingers. Here we go.
A stolen can of Coke put a habitual thief back behind bars in Hilo for the past 6 months. The family of the 31-year-old homeless man tells us what he really needs is mental health treatment.
Brady was a miracle child. I had him when I was 41 years old. He had lots of
41.
friends. He was good in school.
When Brady Johnson turned 18, he left home and his mother hadn't seen him for 3 years. When he returned, his mother says he was addicted to drugs and homeless, all while battling mental illness. His story is part of a documentary.
I hardly recognized him. He was a completely different person. Couldn't keep a job, couldn't keep a place to live because he was spending all of his money on drugs.
Now 31,
Wow.
Johnson has been incarcerated in the Hawaii Community Correctional Center in Hilo since January after stealing a Coke at a Hele gas station in Kona. Prosecutors say he's a habitual property crime perpetrator with 7 petty misdemeanor theft convictions since 2023.
7 since 23. Okay, 2. Somebody do the math. What's that? One every 6.5 months? Oop. Come on, button.
Brady Johnson he's an adult, but he's stuck in a situation where he could be locked up forever unless we do something just for stealing a Coke.
Before that, he stole an umbrella, a water pistol, and a first aid kit from Walmart, and he was put in jail for that for a number of months.
Obviously preparing for war. An umbrella, a water pistol, and a first aid kit. That's actually pretty smart.
Big thing is that people do not understand mental illness. They do not understand.
Johnson's mother, Holly Ray, says her son needs help and is not violent. Attorney Eric Seitz says 2 community treatment centers are willing to take him in, but the first one isn't available until September. So
Wow.
for now, he remains behind bars.
So rather than have him released onto the street where he'll just go back to where he was before, he's actually really doing well, even though he's locked up, which is kind of a unique situation. Mental health system in Hawaii right now, it is broken.
Duh.
Johnson's next court date is on Monday for a motion to continue trial.
Wow. So what do you think about, mental health problems? Because, I keep, mentioning those homeless guys downtown. And you know who I'm talking about, those guys that have those loud arguments with their pretend friends all the time. It's like, what do you do with a guy like that, or a gal like that? What do you suggest? Let's go to the big board. Maybe we'll read some of them out loud here, okay? And C. Honda says, sadly, some people do in prison, having responsibilities, but then when they're released, they go back. Listen, there were people I met in prison when I was performing there. I wasn't, actually in prison, but that got out, couldn't handle, and punched a cop just to get back into prison because they liked it better. Less responsibility, 3 square meals, a bed, better than, getting beat up because they live under a bridge. Yeah, I know. Prisons are full of people that need mental health. Yep, exactly. Yeah, there are, But you know what I mean? People who do crimes, they're a little off anyways, but, it's the people that are off the deep end that I think we're talking about here. Yeah, that's a hard life. Mental illness results in homelessness, results in mental illness. One feeds on another till finally, guess what? I know, Some guy here is cracking his scooter motor repeatedly, and oh no, that guy cranking it. There's people that do that. Bang, 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 bang. You know, there are people. I've been on motorcycle rides where there's that one guy who just constant, instead of just, you know, kind of picking it up, he's bang, 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 bang. But that's all about, hey, look at me, you know. Or maybe he can't afford firecrackers, shakalaka, you know, and that's what he's doing. At least it was a Coke and not a Pepsi. Kevin! Oh, man, that's funny. They'll be using that in an ad soon, you know. Let's keep releasing them into the, they keep releasing them into the public. Well, what else are they going to do with them? Like that guy. You know, they know if they let him out, he's not violent, but they know they're going to, it's easier to know where he's at, I guess. Yeah, they are what they call fully institutionalized, JB. Yeah. Not an excuse, just things are sad. Not to excuse things, it's just sad. Yeah, there we go. We don't have mental hospitals anymore. Our prisons and jail systems have taken their place. Right, well. I know. Yeah. They like it there, especially in the winter. Exactly. Well, remember how there was a time when they would put them on a plane and send them here because they could sleep on the beach and not freeze to death? Yeah, they were, you know, our government here had to call these different places and say, stop it. Yeah. Pooch. Meaningless. Homelessness breeds mental illness and drug addiction. Yeah. Well, you know, isolation does that too. Did you ever hear that there was a study done where they took like a rat and they put him in a cage and they had two spouts of water, right? And one had heroin or cocaine in it and one was just water. And the rat would drink the heroin cocaine one, you know, consistently. But if they put them in a caged where there were things to do, you could climb around and there were toys and other rats and stuff, then they would drink the regular water. So it's about what that supposedly says is that if people are left on their own and don't have friends and are isolated, you know, they'll get into drugs and then, you know, the cycle begins. Yeah, that's it. Whew, yeah, they shut down the mental institutions and now there's no place appropriate for them to get treatment. Yeah, I know. No easy answers. Yeah, isolation and no community support is a huge factor when it comes to addiction. Well, yeah, and, you know, you're so good at, you know, like boiling it down to 2 words. Yeah, I know. Okay, so now, let's see. Now, let's see. Oh, this next one is a warning, okay? Because what's happening is anyone planning any interplanetary travel should be aware that the University of Hawaii, one of the telescopes, I think it was in Chile, discovered a giant rock 12 miles across that's hurtling toward us. Yeah, you know, so again, if you're planning interplanetary travel, and I'm talking about actual travel, not, you know, just sitting around in your mind listening to Grateful Dead. What?
We begin with a new and rare discovery courtesy of a University of Hawaii operated telescope. It's a massive object far outside of our solar system that's passing through, posing no threat to us. Here's Bryce Moore with the story.
A rare visitor from deep space is flying through our solar system. Astronomers say it's only the third known interstellar object ever discovered. It was detected by a University of Hawaii-operated telescope in Chile, part of the Atlas Planetary Defense System.
Well, these are really rare so far. It's only the third one ever. There's, 1.5 million known asteroids, and there's about 35,000 near-Earth objects.
The object, now officially named 3I Atlas, is believed to be up to 12 miles wide, much larger than either Oumuamua or Borisov, the two interstellar objects found before it. It's currently hurtling toward the sun at more than 150,000 miles per hour.
What? So that's how we know it's interstellar, right? So there's no way that an object that's orbiting the sun can produce that kind of velocity through the gravitational attraction to the sun.
3I Atlas will pass between Earth and Mars sometime in October, but there's no danger of a collision.
And so occasionally they find these very rare interstellar things, but in terms of impact risk, we're more worried about things that come from within our own solar system.
Scientists believe the object is likely a comet and could become more active as it nears the sun. It won't be visible to the naked eye, but telescopes around the world are lining up to observe it.
They're exotic in that they're a rare find. Since they come from outside the solar system, we don't know what they're going to be made of. And so a lot of the telescope proposals that are coming up want to try to study this really carefully to find out, does it have the same stuff that we find in our solar system? We'll learn something from that.
Now, the discovery comes
How do
amid
they
growing
find
concerns
out?
for the field of astronomy. Federal funding cuts have already impacted major projects like Hawaii's proposed 30-meter telescope.
We're lucky a little bit in that planetary defense is not being cut. So projects like Atlas will continue, but all kinds of other basic research in astronomy, but also in all other sciences is really going to be hit hard.
It's a reminder that space is full of surprises and how Hawaii continues to play a key role in space discovery. Bryce Moore, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Wow, space out to the max. So what do you think? Does it worry you? Do you think that, their calculations could possibly be off, or you're not worried at all, or, couldn't care less? Let's go to the big board and see what some people have to say. By the way, no comment. That remark about the last thing we need is more homeless mice. I almost lost it. Oh, yeah. Oh, the kind Superman might come. There we go. That's the help we need right there. Superman, push him that way, I know. Oh, I'm reading about NASA mission to Pluto. Wow, sure a lot of politics at NASA. Is that right? I would think. Yeah. Hey, no politics, Bryce. Yeah, he evidently didn't get the memo. Lining up like, get in the queue, buddy. I know. How come Howard Deshefsky's hair never gets thinner, but mine does? It has to do with that asteroid. Yeah. We're here at the UH at the same time, and I guess I should have become a newscaster. That's what it is. Newscasters don't lose their hair. It's a natural, known fact. We should ask the dinosaurs what they think of these big space rocks. They would not have an opinion. What makes you think they would, Brian? Oh, come on. They would look up and go, oh, not again. I guess we soon will be oil. No worries. Bruce Willis will save us. Yeah, they'll make another movie about it. This is a spaceship. Right? They'll fly up there, Brett, and then look around and go, we need a bigger craft. Oh. At the end of the day, literally, what are you going to do? Nothing. There's nothing they can do. I mean, I guess you could get up there and try to fire something at it and, get it to, but if it's coming to us, but evidently, and I don't want to scare anybody, it's not anywhere near us. And it's only going, what did they say, 150,000 miles a second or something crazy? Yeah. Oh, you re-added that jack. If their numbers are off, surface on Kilam. I don't know what that means. I have zero idea. Just get the laughs and love. Yeah, that's it. Big waves. Oh, cool. Everybody went, oh, wow. Yeah. Bruh, if that asteroid hit us, no serious, bruh, they're gonna get waves, make Maverick look manini. Yeah. Hey, Michael Anthony Smith, I was driving home from a friend's house listening. Well, that's a good idea, not to be thumb killing yourself. Would a dinosaur go to Zippy's? Oh, of course. All dinosaurs went to Zippy's. You know, you can, because those little Zippy gift packs. They're the perfect size for Tyrannosaurus hands. Are they the ones with the hands? I don't know. I was halfway through that joke and I said, I'm committed. I got to finish, even though I don't know. Who? Or I said, the Navy said, UAPs are real. And then these are the same people who said the drinking water at Red Hill is... Good point. I'm guessing that, it's not the same people, but yeah, it's the same school of honesty. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to try my notes again. Please be patient, because otherwise it says here, okay, you know what? It says, let's see, that was clip 4, so, time for another commercial. Which one did we do? I can't remember. Did we do this one?
Where smoke alarms ask for batteries and coffee makers get up before you do. Isn't it time your phone did more than just ring? Well, now it can. Dial 1-800-SMART-CALL to order personal secretary from GTE, which answers several calls at once, takes messages. You have 3 new messages. And reminds you of important dates.
Major anniversary.
It's only $5.95 a month and comes with a money-back guarantee and free connection. So dial 1-800-SMART-CALL, because it's time your phone did more than just ring.
How's it? This is Michael Anthony Smith. I hate traffic. That's why every time I gotta drive anywhere, I make sure to watch the Daily Pidgin Live with Andy Bumatai. I'd rather watch where he goes than where I go. This ain't Gulick Avenue.
Good timing, huh? Michael, you were just here driving and then boom, guess what? I know, every once in a while I accidentally do something right. Okay. Oh, now, so we have this last clip here, and this one here is about, excuse me, about how promoters are working to revive the Ever Fair, right? There's a bunch of guys, because the Hawaii State Fair looks like they're going to miss a year. So to pick up the slack, the Ever Fair, which was every year, has been gone for a while. These promoters are going, hey, we'll pick up the slack. It must be difficult selling a fair, because you have to negotiate a lot with people, and every time you do, they'll ask, okay, but is it fair? Get it? Huh? Must be maddening.
We begin with the 50th State Fair, not happening this year. So a local events promoter stepping in to help fill that spot. The Eva Carnival, now set for Labor Day weekend. Even though it's coming together somewhat last minute, it's promised to be a fun-filled, family-friendly event. Here's Stephen Florina with more.
It's not exactly the 50th State Fair, but there will be some family fun this summer.
With the absence of the 50th State Fair due to the Aloha Stadium renovations, I felt it would be a good time to bring back something nostalgic like the Eva Carnival back to our community.
The Eva Carnival, announced today by TMR Events, returns to the West Side August 30th and 31st on the Vaikai Events lawn. The plan: have a few E.K. Fernandez rides on the gravel parking lot, food booths and games on the sidewalk, and their concert equipment on the lawn. it'll already be there from the birthday bash from the weekend before. Concert acts still to be determined.
Not yet. We literally thought about the carnival 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. So you guys really threw this together last
2 weeks.
Is literally signed the contract yesterday.
The guys at TMR Events say it was a no-brainer to ask EK Fernandez to get involved because both of them are the only guys who use the Aloha Stadium property anymore, and both of them needed to find new homes. So they're hoping this event is a win for everyone involved. TMR Events, EK Fernandez, all the vendors who will be there, and of course, the public.
You kind of roll with the punches and you try your best, and we want to get back to entertaining the public. That's what we do best.
Even though there's no 50th State Fair this year, EK Fernandez says they're far from done.
But we continue to look for a location that can actually support a proper state fair, all the big equipment, all the games, all the foods, all the huge tents and entertainment. And that's our goal, and we look forward to trying to get that done.
EK Fernandez will also be a part of the Maui County Fair, which returns after a 6-year hiatus in October at the War Memorial Special Events Complex. Until the 50th State Fair returns, Hawaii Carnival goers will have to get their fix at these smaller events.
No, it's a huge demand. I feel like, especially for this side of the island, we don't get a lot of these type of events. So it's good for the community.
Stephen Florino, KHON2 News, working for Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Thomas the Turtle, I saw your comments. I don't know if Tasty Chop Suey is closed. I've never been a foodie, and I don't, go to a lot of those kinds of places. I just, so I'm sorry. I do not know, and I know when Mad Statter said, oh, I love this. This guy's hair is perfect for reporting outside. I know. Aerodynamic to the max. Oh, man. What's that? Oh, by the way, you're here. And my good friend Jeff. How you, brother? Good to see you. I'm sorry I didn't say but I'm trying to read my own notes, which is akin to me reading my own handwriting. Photo Luke in the house. Thank you. I've been lurking your streams, Luke. Good stuff. Yeah. I know it's weird, but I don't know why it always fascinates me when you're eating during your stream. I went, well, this guy's so relaxed, amazing. Yeah, we're doing good, bro. Thank you. Just trying to perk things up. Coming back in, the first Monday in August in earnest. Up until then, Luke, we're just trying new stuff out. You see, we got the ticker going here. We got this, and I'm able to do this, pop this up myself, and here's the best part. Hold on, let me just talk to Luke for a second. Photo Luke, who of course has his own show, as does Mad Statter on YouTube and Twitch. But what we're doing, now I forgot. Oh yes, Nani Aloha is queuing up a bunch of these stuff remotely from Sacramento, and she's putting this stuff on my screen. I'm because I'm not to be trusted. What about moving the 50th State Fair to Kalailoa? Lots of space available. Sam, you know what I mean? I don't dare try to get involved because it's about parking for 1,000 people, and also I'm sure there's some insurance, issues and what have you. It's got to be more complicated than just there's a big plot of land. You know what I'm saying? So after 100 years, I'm guessing E.K. Fernandez knows what's up. What's a fair without heat exhaustion? Put them at the Kalailoa Airport tarmac. I don't know. Nani was saying Don Flex came in. We want to say hi to Don. Hi, you, brother. I didn't see your chat message. I'm kind of surfing around here. See what one of the hey, subscribe. See that Nani did that. I have no control over that. Please subscribe if you can. By the way, you guys never hear me say that, but it really means more than you think it does. As far as it's easy and free for you. I wish I could tell you how to do it. Where do you go to click or any of that kind of stuff? But I don't know. I know. Reporter's hair looks pyroclastic. I remember Brother Sam was here throwing that word around. I know. And Kevin Fraser says, why not move the State Fair to the old Barbers Point Naval Air Station? I have a feeling they are looking at everything and anything, Kevin. I don't want to get involved, to be honest. Thanks, Eddie Booth. Mahalo sounds good. You always are the leader with us here. Our role model. Oh, thank you, bro. Hey, you want to have I showed you my new cameras? Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so here's this camera, right? And then I got this camera up here going here. I never use these. I don't know why. And I put them together. And then we have this one over here. This is the top-down shot. This is my new editing bay back there. That's where I edit all these clips. I got to grab them. And that's 2 boxes of junk I was going through over there. And then this one here, this is the shot. No, that's not it. This is the shot of the desk. This is an old iPhone that I found, and I hooked it up so I can use it as a camera and use it here. This, by the way, are all the virtual Stream Deck buttons that I built so that I can click that and go to all the different things, right? And then this one here, this is the camera connected to the editing bay that's facing this way. You can kind of see it if I go here. You see it back? Yeah, it's in the dark a little bit, but it's right there. I know. My favorite camera lately is this one, though. Here. Let me show you something else. Photo Luke, look at this. I Velcroed 2 door stops on the bottom of my keyboard so that it sits right and I can type and it doesn't move all over the place. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, my goodness. I think that's pretty much it, gang. Oh, there photos, Luke. He's on YouTube now. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and X. And a couple of those we have 2 platforms on. By the way, remember those fancy where I did the polls and all that stuff and where you're from and the map? It stopped working. I'm talking to tech support about getting that working again. Hey, happy 4th to you, Jeffrey. Appreciate the things. Yeah, Andy. Dang, you got the best setup. I love all the cameras, computers, monitors. Yeah, well, I know it. Now all I need is people. But other than that, that's a good idea with the door stops. Yep, thank you. Daniel Tucker, I don't believe it. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Went to high school with Daniel. Steve Danielson is here very often, Daniel. How are you? Dan, we used to call him Dan, but now he's Daniel. Happy 4th to you, my brother. Oh, thank you, Dan Tucker. What a good guy. Waianae boy, and, one of the real nice guys there. Pretty cool setup. Oh, thank you, Fanny Lee. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Shaka. Oh, she's saying, I know what you're saying wow about, and that is the door stops. You see all my old drives over here, too? These are all these drives I was telling Mad Statter, oh, you need a drive? I got a few laying around. Those are old, but, they some of them still work, I'm sure. Okay, that's pretty much it, gang. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And I want to send a special shout out to all the moderators. In fact, I have them listed on my little notes here so I don't forget, right? We have Devin and Rick S., C. Honda, Shakalaka, Nani Aloha, who's also an associate producer. So thank you so much. And thank you to you, gang. Appreciate you being the beta testers as we try out all kinds of new stuff. And just for you, one fancy graphic. Isn't that fancy? Mahalo for watching. Okay, I gotta tell you here. Hold on, I gotta do this. Turn this off, and then where's my button? Oh, you know why? Because I turned off all my. There it is. I'm gonna hit the button, gang, and I'll spock you later. Monday,